Alright, lost on back here again, so I'm get on what I left off in the last part. Okay. So we got to find Shigaraki now. Well, Endeavor said, well, we would if we knew where he would be at, but judging from how he just walked in, stole some shit, I don't even know how, cause couldn't think about it. He came in and exited in a black portal. So and and no one from the outside know what the inside of our place looked like, right? So Midori, he's looking at Endeavor saying, so we gotta spy it. So there's a potential spy in the inside. And Endeavor said yes. So Midoriya say, this is truly unforgivable. We must find a spy. Potential death penalty, or rotting in jail, being tortured for his rest of his life. Which one? You look at Endeavor. Well, I'll go for one eternal suffering rest of his life, because outright killing him, you ending him quickly, Midoriya. And I know you for a person that ends things quickly, but thinks of the potential benefits of ending things quickly. Well, you just outright want to kill him? No, Midoriya. I'll pull a you this time. Tortured in jail for the rest of his life. You're right, Endeavor. I was too rational. Irrational, Ashley. So once we capture this fool, he ain't gonna survive. So they get back to the school, right? The next day, the teachers are like, God damn it, we were so close. Right? Yeah. I mean, that flashback to after Midoriya took the phone call and heard that his mother is in the hospital, was also Endeavor within the hospital as well. They left. The teacher was like, we were so close. He was right there. And also, Class 1A is suspicious because most of Class 1A is suspicious except for Todoroki, Bakugo, Kirishima, because Kirishima's like that. He been in life of. And let me turn that down for quick. He been in life of unforgiving a couple of times. You see Midoriya working at the boss, and Midoriya, yeah, he looks like a pretty serious person, and he knows from the way he looks in the company, Kirishima knows that Midoriya ain't a bad guy. So everybody in Class 1A except for Penelope, Todoroki, Bakugo, Shoto Todoroki, and Kirishima are not suspicious. Everybody else is suspicious because this man got so many powers. They just flexes for no reason. And don't even give a valid information about it. So, interview come up. This is and this interview is before UA. Before they go to UA. So they ask Mr. or whatever they call him. What is your recent thoughts on your company being raided by villains? Well, I already signed a contract with Endeavor saying if he gets the villains that raided my company, he have full custody to do what he wants to do to them. Torture, kill. It's up to him. But what I personally came up with, well, I mean not personally, but me and Endeavor talked it over. I'd rather send it to prison with eternal suffering. never ending rest, n- ever, never ending torture. That's what we came up with. So the interview went on for an hour, and he said, "It's all right. I'm tired. I'm gonna go home." So this man teleports away, and Dever just like, "I'm teleport away." So he holds up the teleportation device and just leaves. Bakugo does the same thing. Inko, she's still hurt, but she teleports away. And yeah, now now that all that is happening, he goes to school, right? Next day, and it's the USJ. Yeah, it's USJ. So they going. Midoriya just sitting there, thinking on what the fuck is going on, what the fuck is happening, trying to get his bearings correct and keep thinking about what setting up new defenses of his company. And then Suyu just started bringing up quirks, and then everybody, and then they said, okay, these are the people that I'm wondering why are their quirks getting so powerful in short of a little time. Aizawa actually got, and Aizawa, this man not one to pry into a kid's personal life, but he was surely interested in Bakugo, Kirishima's, Todoroki's, Penelope, and did I already say Midoriya? Hold up. Bakugo, Penelope, Todoroki, Kirishima, and Midoriya. He was curious on those five the most because they were getting new. Because from what he's seen, Bakugo had. My bad for ear raping you. Bakugo had a recent quirk awakening. Oh, Kirishima, this man got Black Whip and Float. Penelope awakened fire, which is she don't even use fire, but she somehow got fire. Todoroki, this man fire is blue, and his eyes is more darker. And Midoriya, it just doing Midoriya things, just being Midoriya. All Might, he knows because he been there. I mean, All Might knows because they never told him. Because it right now nobody told it All Might yet, so this man don't even know. But they're never gonna tell All Might because he got to know sooner or later. No, no, they're gonna find out on their own when they go to Life of Unforgiving. Yeah. So this man Midoriya just sitting there listening to 13 talk, and this man so after she got done saying any questions, Midoriya said, "I got a question." So 13 looks at Midoriya. Wait, hold up. They still on the bus. I skipped over that part. So they all were just looking at each other like, "What do we say?" Don't even know what to say on how this shit is happening because they know how it's happening. They just don't know how to explain it. So Midoriya said, "All right, I'm a talk." So he said, "Just all right. My quirk is called it." In the bus stops and said, "All right, we there." And this man's like, "Why do I just have to get off my bus?" Midoriya said, "All right then," acting like he was actually going to explain it, but he wasn't. Everybody's like, "Come on, we didn't get to hear on the other four neither." So they all just like, "Bro, I swear Z5 people working with villains, bro. I'm going to be mad." Like that, right? And then after 13 gave her, of course, can be good, but also dangerous in the wrong hands speech. Midoriya said, "Question: What if people makes the quirk? What if the okay? Question 13. 13 said, okay. What if? And I'm saying, what if the villains didn't make themselves villains? The people of society made them villains." And 13 just like kind of 13 is looking at this like, you're right. Some people make the villains. The villains don't make themselves. Some would always say, "See, I see, I see." Okay, So they about to go in. They're going in. Midoriya said, Midoriya just walked over to Aizawa. He pulled on his shirt. Yo, okay, something's up in there. My quirk is going haywire. My quirk is called, and I'm gonna give you a small rundown of my quirk. I can sense negative emotion, and that is a hell of a lot of negative emotion. And as I said, how do I know you're not lying? This man told us all, look into my left eye. My eye can show you what I see, because I can share my vision. I can share my vision. As I said, nah, I'm good. So Midoriya said, alright. Just know there's something's in there. It don't look natural to me. So I always kept that in mind. So this man, hey, bro. So this man just put out his phone, put up a what you call it? Hold up. So I always just see his phone. He said, I ain't gonna lie. Midoriya always say the truth. So this man set out a distress signal. So all the heroes got the distress signal. So they headed to the USJ after they got the distress signal. Because they know a hero don't do a distress signal unless it's dangerous. So they go in. Same thing that happens in canon. Everyone gets separated. So Midoriya is just in the underwater, just like, I'm surrounded. So this man about to use his power, then so you just hits her tongue into not into Midoriya, around wraps her tongue around Midoriya, pull him up, and he's like this. Okay, land it on my head. That ain't helpful. So I got a plan. I'm gonna give you a short rundown on my quirk. I can use elements. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Right now, I'm gonna use wind. We're gonna blast our asses off this boat. Sue you. You do the jump. You do the jumping because I just really want to see you jump. Mineta, throw your balls at him. So I can say you just got balls. So I can say you got balls on you. And I'm gonna carry us over with wind. Okay? They just like, okay. After they all explained their quirks. So, yeah, so the plan goes perfectly as Midoriya said. And this one said, huh, I never thought it'd go that perfect. That still got your ball. Yeah, still got his balls on you. And they all just pissed. Mad. So, the heroes get there. They see Aizawa. Midoriya sees Aizawa. This man held his fingers out, pointing straight at the Nomu. Shoots a lightning blast. While Snipe shot his gun at the same time. Both of them collided with each other. But the bullet gotten stronger. Because the bullet is made out of a material that Midoriya makes that goes along with all his magic. So even though the bullet and Midoriya's magic collided, the bullet was encoded in with the lightning of Midoriya, making it more powerful. So the normal arm got blown off. And All Might took Aizawa, put him up after he knocked out all the villains. And he started fighting with the Nomu. And since the Nomu got some of the life of unforgiving technology and research material inside of it, because that shit because they got jacked, the research labs got jacked, and all types of shit got jacked from them. I mean, it was all prototypes anyways, so it was bound to failure. The real blueprints are in the actual office of Midoriya. I mean, the true office at their house. So the normal beating down on All Might. So Midoriya just comes in like, fuck it. So this man loosens up his costume. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you what his costume looks like, if I have it or not. Fuck it. No, forget it. This is what Midoriya looks like. But imagine that looking like that, with, yeah. Just imagine this. This is what Midoriya looks like. So now Midoriya is just walking up to the Nomu after he beat down All Might. Everybody's like, you can't beat it. All Might was defeated. Type of bullshit mentality, weak hero society. So Kirishima, so the fearsome five. I'm just gonna call them the fearsome five. Midoriya, Todoroki, Penelope, Bakugo, and Kirishima. They all walked up, looking like the Fantastic Five, walking up to the normal, fearless. Like you can just hear the fearless song in the background, going. Ah, it's gonna stop. So, now they all just look at each other, and Jesus. Now they all get in the battle stance, and Midoriya said this Ninja Storm combo, and they all said Ninja Storm 4 combo, Hokage style. That Naruto said they all say the 5 Kage style. So who got the wood? And they all just look. Midoriya said who got the wood. They all just look back. Motherfucker, do we look like we can sprout wood from the ground? Midoriya's like, fuck, you got a fuck. You got a point. I'm gonna teach our niggas magic later. I'm gonna teach our niggas fucking magic. Ugh. So, I think Midoriya threw a little fit. They say this. Alright. So who's gonna start off the combo? Midoriya say. We all play rock, paper, scissors for it. So, so they all let the Numo regenerate while Shigaraki's over there watching, while everybody else is watching them niggas just play rock, paper, scissors. Who get to punch a Numo and start off the combo? So, Kirishima wins. All Might's like, well, they legit playing rock, paper, scissors. And let that thing regenerate. So, Shigaraki said, Namo, kill him. Right, so, Kirishima say this. So Kirishima say, manly uppercut! Dodging the number with 30%, no, a 50% full cowing uppercut with black whip equipped. So the number goes flying up in the sky. So Midoriya, this man jumps up and start doing a fucking JoJo Bizarre Adventure on the Nomu. While the Nomu's regenerating, and also getting JoJo'd bullshit. So after Midoriya jumps down to the ground, after Midoriya goes down to the ground, he slams his hand on the ground, sprouting wood, creating a full fucking tree. So the Todoroki twins, they both summon ice spears, coated with fire, make ice styles coated with fire, and just started double teaming the normal. Like the normal just can't keep up at this point. There's too many. So Bakugo's coming up with a Hauser Impacto. So this man hits the normal with a Hauser Impact, hitting straight through the gut, going straight through. But then he turns around, using his awakening quirk, fires off one explosion, but many other explosions inside of that. So the Numas come crashing down to the ground. The tree's on fire also, because the Todoroki twins and Bakugo setting the tree on fire. So the Numa come crashing down to the ground, defies gravity, and what the thing that made all the people frightened, it was not the fact that the kids did a combo. It's that they looked like the pain. It looked like the 6 paths of pain, but there was 5 paths of pain. But then, not only that, they all just pulled back their fists. For some reason, all of them had their respective element. Midoriya using fire, lightning, wind, earth, all types of elements in that one punch. Bakugo using explosions on his fist. The Todoroki twins are using fire and ice, while Kirishima using black whip. And one for all, they all say this: smash! Hitting the normal all at once. Only thing you just hear it's just a huge ass explosion. They all just go, meow. And Nomu incapacitated. It can no longer move. And by the way, they all got hurt in that. Midoriya got hurt because, hey, this man's wearing seals, so this man is weakened. Even though he's weakened, he's still powerful. But I'm just gonna say they all. I ain't making it seem like a one-sided battle, but they all still got hurt. It just like wasn't enough for me to render that shit render that in at all. No, it wasn't enough for me to render it in. It's not. It just like minor injuries, like just scratches. Because Numa couldn't keep up, so punches was just getting slower and slower, anyways. So after the Numa got incapacitated, Shigaraki, he dipped. He fucking dipped. Midoriya is like, whoo, wood. So y'all want to play Naruto Ninja Storm 4 when they get to my house? They all give no fucks. They all just come back into the middle of the come back underneath the steps. Cause even though they all went flying all around the fucking USJ, they got up and walked the shit off. Cause of the equipment they got, self heals themselves. So it looked like they got regeneration, but they don't have regeneration. And just the equipment they were wearing is so damn overpowered that it looks like they have multiple quirks. So they all say, yeah. So the heroes are just looking at them, looking at the five of them like, what the hell did we just see? So Midoriya just walked up to Aizawa and dropped a couple of teardrops in his eyes. And then after the teardrops splashed on Aizawa's eyes, his eyes gotten better. And then Midoriya just like splashed a potion on this man. A splash potion of healing. Minecraft style. Healed Aizawa back up to full hearts. So this man's like, thank you, but why do y'all? Midoriya saying, either that or die. You see what's going. You see what that thing was. That thing had equipment from Life of Unforgiving, and it took the five of us plus. Oh, we didn't heal All Might. Plus All Might. Plus other heroes. So he's out there, no. We gotta heal All Might. So they went to. Oh yeah. So Midoriya went to heal All Might because, yeah, All Might healed completely, even though he got to like completely no more injury, but he still got the power of one for all. So, I mean, he's not gonna have it for much longer though, but still, it burns out like 2 times slower than it was originally. So, now, I said, alright, now we get to questioning. And he said, alright, now we get to questioning Midoriya. What is your quirk? I'm not about to explain, then the cost said, is it Midoriya? Yeah, the heroes was like, God fucking damn it, what is up with this shit? Midoriya said, yes. You are, if I'm correct, you are, employed with Endeavor, right? Yes, I am. He's my father-in-law. Is there anything strange about it? So they say, he'll be christening conference with you. So Midoriya said, okay, I'll meet him today. So they said, alright, come with us right now. So the heroes are like, what the fuck? The other 4 just laugh because they know they want to know Midoriya quirk, but every time they ask, something comes up. So they are laughing, kind of. I mean, they hiding their laughs, but they still laughing. So so now after that happened, Midori goes to Endeavor. Endeavor says, "He's a Midori. Okay, Midori, I gotta ask you. Okay, there's I covered up some. I got some information about um some this league of villains. It seems that they are and work with another person called Entity. I mean, I placed a spy in the League of Villains, but they seem to be following another power called All for One. But All for One doesn't know that Entity is behind it all. Because All for One thinks he's controlling Entity, but from what I heard from sources before my sources got killed in action, Entity is manipulating All for One, and All for One is manipulating Shigaraki to make Shigaraki his new vessel. So Midori says, so, where's this Entity guy at? I don't know, but we know where All for One is at, but the Entity, we gotta, he seems to be more deadly than the others. We got to be careful of Entity. So Midori is saying, alright, we will. So, so now, so now, Shigaraki saying, so now at the villain base, after the spy was killed, they said we gotta move. Shigaraki said we gotta move bases quickly. The heroes will be on our asses. And they said, all right. So they all said, all right, we gotta move now. So they all moved. 2 days later, the heroes bus is in, find the place empty. So they all was like, all right, Midori is suspicious. How would he know? But Endeavor just looking around like, seems. So Endeavor just knows like, okay, there should still be more stuff in here. So Endeavor goes like everybody, spread out, find secret entrances now. I placed a spy in here one day, and he was giving me information, but he was killed in action. And before he was killed, he seen that he know there's an entrance somewhere. We gotta find it. So there's a secret entrance behind the bar. So the bottom of the bar opens up. So they say, someone never said found it. So he said, move behind me. So I never said move behind me. Am I being Endeavor? Since Endeavor got equipment from Life of Unforgiving, now Percival and Nezu and the other heroes that are not there in the raid are watching at UA. So Endeavor going down. He looks back and forth, and also he died. He made his flame. He don't have his flames on, so no one knows he's there. So he looks left and right. So he holds out his fingertip, and a flame appeared at the bottom back at the far back of the hallway. So he's saying, hmm. So he's talking in hand signals, and the text was showing up on other people's screens saying, "You're not the only one here. My flames detect life forms are close. Be on guard. Way too on guard." So now that everybody is really on guard, they're going down the hallway slowly and cautiously. And over, since he's one of the main sources of light, he don't want to use up all his power. So he's saying, "Does we got any other fire users? Get in front of me. I stay behind and make sure none sneaks up from the back." So yeah, so the other five users are just doing their things, and then they came upon a giant block. They are way more cautious than more cautious because they can sense the bloodlust exploding out of the box. So Endeavor say, "Everybody on guard," he sees people behind glasses. So he's saying, then he's like, one of the doors must have lead to that place. Damn it, we should have checked it. So he said, "On guard." So and then yeah, then it was an all-out brawl between normals and the heroes, and then the villains left, saying, "Good luck, heroes. Try not to die." So yeah, they left. Yeah, just to know it was an all-out brawl. No one made it out unscathed. Yeah. So after all the other heroes got there, Endeavor was the only one left that was still alive. Because I'm gonna say the other heroes were smarter. It was just smarter heroes that went with Endeavor. And like I said, Endeavor's the only one left alive. But he's in a coma. So he's gonna be not in here for a long, long, long time. Cause this man gonna be in a coma for a while. So the villains are like, that's one troublesome hero out the way. At least. Now, Medora, he's out. He wants to defeat them or kill them, but he can't. He don't have a license. And besides, he was the anti-hero. He's gonna be doing more work and more tired. So he said, "Fuck." Calm down, Midoriya. You will find him sooner or later. So we slash to the villain's point of view. Shigaraki, in front of this villain called Entity. So Shigaraki's saying, he just only fallen off of one for his quirk, but Entity was actually in this one, Entity was the first one to actually help Shinko Tamura or Tomura Shigaraki, and actually guided him into meeting All for One. But All for One don't even know he'd be manipulated by a higher power, or that his pupil is not actually his pupil. He's just using him for power to be more worthy of Entity's power. So yeah, so Entity gives Shigaraki a little bit of power. So and Shigaraki asks, "Is this all I can have right now?" So Entity say, "Yes, yes, it is, Tomura." And he said, "Thank you. I will use this wisely. I will hold on. I will hold on to it for a while until I really need to unleash it." Now, and Entity say, "Now, boy, run off do your little thing. I'm gonna just sit here and observe." Alright? So Shigaraki said, "Alright, master." So he walks off somewhere. He tries to recruit Stain, didn't work. But, he's trying to recruit Stain at this moment in time, so. Now that you're back, sports festival. Midoriya, first place. Through, like, through, through the race and the recovery battle, first place. So now it's a one-on-one battle. So it's Midoriya versus Shinso. So Shinso tried to use mind control. Midoriya lets it happen because he don't really give a shit. So he's looking like, So he sees Shinso in his mind, looking around. So Midoriya's like this, welcome to my mind. Do you have special permission for invading my mind? Shinso's just looking like, what? Ah, well, see ya. So Midoriya just kicks him out of his own mind. Shinso's like, what the fuck happened? So before you even get more words out, Midoriya's in front of him like, Tadaloo, when I want to be you. And it hit him. It hit a running good time in the jaw, knocking Shinso out and outside the ring. And he said, "You should train, even though you're not gonna get as powerful, but you can still train. You got potential if you just don't hold yourself back. That's what you're gonna be if you got your most powerfulest Shinso." So, can we get on with the next round? So, next round comes by. I think it goes to Kenny. Now it's Midoriya versus Todoroki. Yeah. So this was a good. So Todoroki saying, "I know you guys. So Todoroki saying, don't hold back against me." Midoriya saying, "All right." So he gets in the battle stance. And besides, so wait, yeah, Midoriya gets in the battle stance. He says, "All right." So Midnight said, "Go." Midoriya blitzes Todoroki at blinding speed. And I mean, he had blinding speed. The only thing you just hear is a sonic boom. And the back and where he stepped at was broken. Air pressure just went off around the whole stadium. And the only thing you can see is Midoriya's fist is dead. Like not like really inside of Todoroki. It just like punched him so hard, saliva came out. Todoroki stepped back took two steps back, still stunned. And then a right, left, and a quick left, right. Todoroki was out. And Midoriya just like, should have been on guard, my brethren. And they say Midoriya wins. Then next match, Vanellope versus Bakugo. Since Bakugo traded with Midoriya for longer, Vanellope lost. So now, to, um, um, Kirishima versus Midoriya. So Kirishima said, all out brawl between fist and fist. Midoriya saying, why not? So not Todoroki. Kirishima just uses one for all, 65%, because he's been training a lot in the gravity chambers of the life of unforgiving. But I'm just gonna reconcile a lot in this, so be please prepared. So they're going back and forth, back and forth, punch, blow from blow. Kirishima hit a kidney shot. Midoriya coughs up blood. Look at Midoriya hit Kirishima with a kidney shot. He coughs up blood. And it's just a matter of durability at this point, because they both were just hitting each other, coughing up blood, also wrecking each other's bodies. It is a good fight to see, but also a painful one to continue watching, because at this point, it's just all about durability and who can last longer, coughing up blood and breaking each other bone by bone, flesh by flesh. You can even see their flesh tear. You can hear the muscle, like see the flesh being teared off, flapping in the wind, and also hearing their muscle just tear apart. So that's how you know how brutal their fight is. Seeing their flesh being ripped off by each other's punches, and hearing muscle tearing and bones breaking. That's how brutal the fight is. And I'm not going to say this, but like when Kirishima, when he came back from one final blow, his body his body reached his limit, so he stumbled a bit. Midoriya took this opportunity to hit Kirishima right beneath his lungs, making him like gasp for air because it just knocked all the air out of his system. So he's coughing. So he's coughing for air. Midoriya hits Kirishima, like started welling down on Kirishima until he was knocked out. And Midoriya, and after that, Midoriya started regenerating, but the energy spent on that battle will not come back into the next day. So even though he's regenerating, he still will not be at full power. So yeah, and they say Izuku Midoriya wins. Oh God, that was a brutal fight. That was one brutal fight, but it was epic but brutal. So a couple, okay, 30 minutes later, Bakugo vs Midoriya. So like Kirishima's, it was a brutal fight. It was a battle of fucking who will last longer, because both of them know each other attacks by heart. And I mean all their attacks. I mean they know all each other attacks by heart. So they have to be coming up with new attacks in the middle of the fight, which is pushing themselves really hard. Also tiring themselves out because they doing new techniques that will harm them, but and because the technique failed, they get hurt in the process. So yeah, it's not a good time for both of them. But when they pull off a new attack, it is worth the while because it took their opponent by surprise. But also tired them out because it uses a lot more energy. So in conclusion, it was a draw. So no one won. So there is two first place winners, Midoriya and Bakugo. And they like, ouch. Ah. Like they are still sore a little bit. Midoriya is just like, alright, fine. But the pain is still there. So now Midoriya is just sitting, waiting room. So some of the teachers kind of gave up because every time they try to ask what this may quirk is, something pops up out of nowhere. So they waiting for the perfect moment. Even though they see that he's quirkless, they don't believe it because it was last updated 1 year ago. So so some teachers are suspicious of where he got it from. So now Midoriya just don't just playing on the art. I'm playing at the arcade. Just walking home, not actually walking home, because he can sense that people's following him. So he just hit a back alley and hit in a dumpster. So they go around, and they're looking everywhere, both ends. So they like, where the fuck did he go? And they just see the sewer. And they just see the sewer head cap is open. So they say he went in the sewers. All right. So they go in the sewers, and Midori just jumps out the dumpster. He's at this. Mm. So he walks off, goes straight home. Next day, I mean, after 3 days of recover, no, after a day, they all get back to school. The teacher's like, "What the fuck?" Midoriya's like, just straight. He just like straight up ask. So they are getting their So now they're getting their recommendation exams. Midoriya got, I mean, Midoriya, he got, um, Midoriya got one, and that was not eyes. And that was not I, because he can see that Midoriya just defies the laws of nature. So they asked. So before they go, Midnight said, "All right, we go for hero names." So and Midoriya's hero name was the Demon of Unforgiving. Bakugo was explosive explosions of unforgiving. Kirishima was the strength of unforgiving. Todoroki's like this half of unforgiving. I mean, half an fire and ice of the fire of unforgiving. You can see all of them are just unforgiving, but their actual, but with their actual names, and just like a nickname that they just came up with underneath of their actual names for some damn reason. But Midoriya's real name is just not forgotten. So, I mean, no. His real name is Immortal. Yeah, his real name is just Immortal for his hero name. So now, well, actually, here this is real. This is their real name. Midoriya is just Immortal. Todoroki is Todoroki, and Penelope just another Todoroki, another half and half. Bakugo is Dynamite, where Kirishima is just a Red Riot. So yeah. So yeah, so Midoriya goes to Night Eye Agency. Kirishima goes to Gran Torino's. Bakugo go to Bakugo's. Todoroki go to he don't go to Todoroki, but um the Todoroki twins, they go to a another agency. I don't even know which one they go to. So this man, so Midoriya just out on patrol, doing Midoriya thing, just yeah. So till a girl bumps out of the alleyway. Midoriya looks at this little girl with the horn on top. He said, "You're just like me, a horn, but I can hide mines." And he have his left eye glowing pure white, which scared Area a little bit. I mean, it goes with the costume, so yeah. So overall, I say, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, Sir Hero, for interrupting you, but can you give me my daughter back? My daughter looks up back. My daughter get a closer look at Eri. He sees bandages all over her. He's like this. What if I say no? What you gonna do about it though? Getting up, putting Eri right behind him. You're just dead. You leave me with no choice. Taking off his glove, Eri was trying to run to him, but Midoriya's like, don't worry about it. Nothing he can do can possibly hurt me. Just brush this minute to pieces. And people who've seen it, it's like, he just killed a promising book. Oh my god. He got to grab Eri, but then Midoriya just came back to put pieced himself back together, grabbed Overhaul, slung him over his shoulders, pinning him down to the ground, and started stuffing each part of his body with a rod. And he said, "It's unforgivable. Do you not know the meaning of life? I mean, there are so many things you can say what the meaning of life is. I can't remember all of them, but I'm gonna make you something that you want to do the most. Make people unable to use their quirks. And now that I have you pinned down to against your will, I can take matters into my own hands." So he took matters into his own hands, not chopping, but disintegrating Overhaul hands. And that's where there's no blood coming out, and also no screaming, because he didn't feel no pain. He was just horrified. Eri passed out from fear. So when the heroes came, they see Overhaul just terrified, because his hands was disintegrated right in front of his face. So Midoriya took Eri back to Night Eye, and he looked straight at Night Eye and said, "I'm keeping this girl. Nothing you can say or do can potentially change my mind." So Night Eye tried to say something, but Midoriya's saying, "Like I said, nothing you can say or do can change my mind." So Night Eye just sighed and saying, "Fine." So after that, at the Audace area, he gets a distress signal from the Todoroki twins. Ida is dead. Midoriya is like, just why? So now that UA is under high criticism from letting a student die, they all saying that they had no idea that this was happening, and we and we sent we just they just told the truth. They didn't know what happened, and then yeah. So Midoriya, and after the fight, after the sports festival, Midoriya noticed Ida was acting strange, but he didn't. He just couldn't put a finger on it, so he didn't know until now. He's like, "Oh." So Midoriya saying, I guess he went for revenge." They say, "How are you that positive?" Because Midoriya say, ever since he heard that his brother got injured from the hero killer, he been acting weird. I just not noticed it. And they saying, "Thank you for your information." Midoriya's like, "It was late though." Like I said, but still, even any bit of information helps. Midoriya said, "Okay, I'm glad to be helped." So after that, this man Midoriya, he goes home, and huh, yeah, this is where we're gonna be. This is where I'm gonna be ended off. Like, subscribe if you want to. This is Lost Stone signing out. Goodbye.